A Lee County woman was killed by her nephew's pit bull. Find out how to keep this from happening to you.
That's why I came forward. I just wouldn't want any other girl to have to be that scared.
Tell you why this sexual assault victim is speaking out.
And no mail on Saturdays? The U.S. Postal Service stands behind their decision. We'll have reactions as Carolina News starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Carolina News. I'm Emily Cowan.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Long. We've all heard the warnings about the dangers of certain breeds of dogs, pit bulls perhaps being the most dangerous. Last night in Lee County, a 65-year-old woman was mauled to death by a pit bull. It attacked her husband, and she was trying to beat the dog away with a plastic pipe. Instead, the dog turned on her.
A recent study by Animal People magazine shows statistically that pit bulls are the most dangerous breed. We went to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals here in Columbia to find out about pit bulls and see how yesterday's attack could have been avoided.
While there were many dogs available for adoption today, none of them were pit bulls. But according to the Chief Executive Officer of the Columbia SCPA, Wayne Brennesel, it's not because they're a bad breed.
In general, pit bulls are very friendly, people-friendly animal. They're friendly to their owners, to strangers. They're just, they love human contact. They love to be played with. They love to be petted. And they're not generally aggressive towards people.
In the wrong hands, though, a pit bull can be dangerous.
If you look at the breed and how the breed evolved over the years, I mean, it was bred because of the strong shoulders, the strong neck, and strong jaw. In general, they're bred as, family pets. However, there are people that are out there who, because of the dog's size and shoulders and status, they want the dog to be aggressive.
Wayne's co-worker and veterinary assistant, Sarah Casamento, says the attack yesterday could have been avoided.
You ever witness an animal attack, don't go at it with anything. The best thing you can do is, if you're the one being attacked, is just to go limp. Don't try and fight back. It's just going to make it angrier. And don't ever hit it with anything, because that dog is going to overpower you.
Last month, a dog fighting ring was uncovered in Rock Hill. 11 of the 13 pit bulls in the ring have been euthanized. York County Animal Control said the animals were in bad shape. State law prohibits the releasing of a dangerous animal for adoption. The 2 remaining dogs have been given to a rescue group.
The Columbia Election Commission met this morning to disqualify a registered sex offender from the mayoral race. Erwin Wilson was convicted of third-degree criminal sexual conduct back in 1994. The commission said the rules state an offender has to wait 15 years from the end of their sentence before running for office. Wilson says he was actually convicted in 1992. He calls the decision prejudiced and says he plans to take legal action.
Turning to national news now, authorities say a man who was shot after opening fire on 2 Pentagon police officers died early today. A law enforcement source says the gunman was John Patrick Bedell. Authorities say there are emerging signs Bedell may have had resentment for the military and doubts about the facts behind the September 11th attacks. Authorities say the officers have minor injuries but are expected to be okay.
South Carolina lawmakers are considering a plan that would allow legislators with concealed weapons permits to carry guns in certain places that others with permits cannot.
Representative Keith Kelly proposed the bill, and it has left some people unhappy. John Elias, owner of Big John's Jewelry, Guns, and Pawn Shop, says he disagrees with Kelly's proposal.
I think legislatures need to stay out of the business of concealed weapons or any kind of weapons. Your Second Amendment rights give you the right to bear arms, and I think anybody, honest citizen, should be able to carry a firearm openly or concealed anywhere in the state.
Elias says regardless of a bill, criminals will still be carrying guns illegally. So he thinks he should be able to be prepared.
And I think if the criminal can come in my business with a firearm on, I should have a gun without having to permit to protect myself.
Now, if the bill makes it to the House floor, Representative Nikki Haley plans to add an amendment. That amendment would allow people to carry guns where the lawmakers can, as long as they have a permit.
Questions have been raised about predator laws after the recent murder of a California teen. Police found the dead body of 17-year-old Chelsea King on Tuesday after she had been missing for 5 days. 30-year-old John Albert Gardner III was charged Wednesday with King's rape and murder. Gardner is a registered sex offender, and if found guilty, he could face the death penalty, a punishment that King's parents say fits the crime. A new study finds sexual assaults on college campuses are dramatically underreported, and this statistic is surprising when nearly 41 million women are sexually assaulted each year. But as Megan Matthew reports, one USC student is telling her sexual assault story and hopes her story will help other women to come forward. USC officials say there are things women can do to protect themselves from sexual assaults, on campus and off campus, like in Stephanie's case. They suggest walking in lighted walkways, not walking alone, and if you're followed in a car like Stephanie, do not stop the car and call the police.
A cruise ship that sailed out of Charleston has reported passengers sick on board. A Celebrity Cruise spokesperson says the Celebrity Mercury ship has had 55 passengers get sick since it left this past Saturday. Now, this is the same ship that was delayed leaving Charleston, so crews could sanitize it after more than 400 passengers and crew members became sick with what officials say was a norovirus outbreak last month. And officials at the Food and Drug Administration announced yesterday that food products are being recalled after traces of salmonella were discovered in processing equipment. The FDA collected and analyzed samples at Basic Food Flavors plant in Las Vegas. And based on their findings, they're recalling all products with hydrolyzed vegetable protein in them, produced since September 17, 2009. There are too many products to show you on the screen, so please visit our website at www.datelinecarolina.org for a full list.
Now let's take a look outside and see how your spring break weather is shaping up. Tia, how's it looking? Thanks, Tia. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital is asking people in Columbia to donate money for sick children through the St. Jude Radiothon. Megan Matthews tells us how one local child and St. Jude patient is encouraging people here in the Midlands to make a difference. Donations can still be made for the St. Jude Radiothon. Just call 1-888-721-HOPE to donate any amount. Volunteers are ready to take your call until 7 p.m.
With more people using the internet to communicate, snail mail is looking slower than ever. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you what changes may be coming in your mail.